With this year's top stories on the Bangkok Post, I'm Gary Boyle. Thailand began 2022 with the COVID-19 Omicron variant spike, amid calls for easing of strict tourist entry rules. Thailand had adopted complex entry requirements for foreign tourists, which drew increasing criticism from tourism operators as COVID cases fell, and the restrictions hindered the recovery of a decimated tourism sector. The Test and Go scheme, which required overseas arrivals to undergo 2 RT-PCR tests during their initial 7 days, ended on May 1. The Thailand Pass registration system, which checked vaccine certificates, proof of hotel bookings, insurance and RT-PCR tests, ended on June 1. A young doctor was killed on a pedestrian crossing when she was hit by a speeding Ducati motorcycle ridden by a policeman. Forensic experts said Police Lance Corporal Norowit Burdork was travelling at between 108 and 128 km per hour when he hit 33-year-old Dr. Waraluk Morkathai Supawat Jiriakun on Piatai Road. Burdork was sentenced to 1 year and 15 days in prison for the doctor's death. While Russia's invasion of Ukraine dominated world headlines, Thailand's biggest story in February was the death of TV actress Nida Tengmo Patchavirapong. Tengmo, 37, drowned after falling from a boat into the Chao Phraya River on the night of February 24. Her body was found 2 days later. After hearing conflicting and confusing statements from those involved, August saw prosecutors indict 6 suspects, including the boat owner and Tengmo's manager, on charges including reckless endangerment causing death. A woman got into a street fight with a man who poured beer on her because she refused to have a drink with him. Unluckily for the man, the woman was a former boxer. The fight was widely shared on social media, leading to the man losing his job. Thailand in June became the first country in Asia to decriminalise the use of cannabis, but designated the plant as a controlled herb and banned sales of all parts of the plant to people under age 20. Deputy Prime Minister and weed enthusiast Anutin Charnvirakul said recreational use was never the goal of decriminalisation, while Conservatives spent the rest of the year railing against the explosion of weed dispensaries throughout the country. Bangkok's Governor Chadchart Sitipant joined the debate after smelling cannabis while jogging near Khao San Road. Police threatened severe legal punishment for a couple featured having sex on the subscription-based OnlyFans social media channel while on vacation in Nakhon Ratchasima. A local tourism association said the video was a stain on the reputation of the province. A planned 300 baht tourism fee drew widespread criticism from the expat community as it was expected to apply to all foreigners without exception, serving as insurance coverage of up to 500,000 baht per person in case of accidents. Tourism operators were against the scheme, saying it would harm the recovery of the kingdom's tourism sector and pointing out that most tourists already have their own insurance. 26 people were killed in a fire in a crowded pub in Chonburi. Mountain Bee Pub was operating without a proper permit, had a blocked fire exit and was soundproofed with highly inflammable materials. The fire prompted the usual transfer of local senior police officers, and the pub owner was charged with recklessness causing death and injuries and operating an entertainment venue illegally. 37 people, 22 of them children, were killed by a disgraced former policeman with a gun and a knife who attacked a childcare centre in Nong Bua Lamphu province. The death toll included the killer who took his own life after killing his wife and their 3-year-old son at their home. Banya Kamrap had been expelled from the police force in January for possession of methamphetamine pills and had appeared in court on the morning of the massacre. Police raided an illegal nightclub disguised as a car wash business that catered to Chinese tourists in Bangkok. 104 customers tested positive for drugs and 34 luxury cars were impounded. More raids on Chinese-owned businesses in Bangkok and Pattaya followed, leading to the arrest of Chinese businessman and suspected triad boss Chayanant Tuhau Konchayanant. A Navy ship, HTMS Sukhothai, sank in a storm off the coast of Prachuap Khiri Khan. There were not enough life jackets for the 105 crew members, and to date only 76 have been rescued alive. Join us for more top stories next year on the Bangkok Post.